The new 2019 Audi Q8 is hailed as the face of Audi's SUV lineup, and indeed, their entire brand. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a full in-depth review of this car. We're going to talk about the powertrain options, the exterior and interior features, and then we're going to hop in and take it on a quick drive. So stick around because this is going to be one heck of a review. Now over in Europe, the Q8 is offered with a diesel engine option, but here in the US, no one really drives diesel. It's not readily available, so they only offer a gas-powered 3-liter turbocharged V6 engine, which puts out around 335 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and of course Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system. As far as the exterior goes, I personally feel the 2019 Audi Q8 is one of the best looking SUVs out there today. Obviously, I'm not going to call it the best looking SUV because we've got the Maserati Levante, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Those are some really good looking cars, but the Audi Q8 is up there as well. Super aggressive, super sharp looking, but also clean and modern. I really like the way that they have this front fascia area kind of super sharp up there around the grills. And speaking of the grills, something you're going to notice is that they're not fake. And I expected coming into the dealership today here at Crown Audi in Clearwater, Florida, I was expecting to see fake grills on the front of that car, but they're not. Down here you can see it goes straight into the intercoolers. Over there in the center of the car you've got the Audi single frame grille. Looks super cool. The only thing fake I can find on the front of the car are these brake ducts here, but that's not a big deal, especially when I was expecting all of this to just be plastic. It's not, and I think that's absolutely fantastic, so great job with that Audi. Now moving on to the side of the car, you can see again really cool smooth lines, but again you've got some sharp creases here along the door line that are pretty aggressive, and they're not going to stand out as much as a Levante would, but it is a really nice look. You can get the car with 20, 21, or 22 inch rims. Those are all the different available options. And then in the rear of the car, of course, you've got LED taillights with a really cool design to them. I believe a lot of Audi's models are going to start going to this really long linear taillight in back. It's got a super clean modern look. I definitely like that. Only thing I don't like about the rear of the car is that they kind of have sort of chrome plastic design in back that's designed to almost look like tailpipes, but they're actually not. If those could be real when this model receives an update Audi, that would make your car perfect from an exterior standpoint. But now let's hop into the interior, check out some of the luxury features in there. Alright guys, so here in the interior of the 2019 Audi Q8, immediately what strikes me about this interior is it's one of the best I have seen in an SUV. Now the most recent SUV I reviewed was the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Very nice interior in that car, super high quality everything. But honestly, this Audi Q8 comes pretty close when you consider the price point is several $100,000 lower. You're getting an interior that's almost as good. Honestly, Rolls-Royce makes great cars, but this Audi Q8 is kind of a rival at like a third of the price, which is insane to me. They put super high quality materials in here with standard leather and natural wood accents that feel super soft and add kind of a dynamic look to this car. On the center console area, you've got two different infotainment screens. The bottom one, an 8.6-inch infotainment screen, controls things like the climate control, while the top one, a 10.1-inch infotainment screen, controls, well, your infotainment things, the GPS, the car settings, things like that. And then also you've got a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster here, plus you can opt to have a head-up driver display projected out onto the windshield so you don't have to constantly looking up and down when you're driving, which is a super nice feature. I'm not a huge fan of sports cars having a ton of screens all around the interior because I think it detracts a little bit from the driving experience. But here in a luxury SUV where it's not necessarily focused on driving experience, it does make sense to have all this great technology right at your fingertips. Other features include the available heated and ventilated 18-way power adjustable seats. These are some of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. Those of you who've been following the channel for a while know I've sat in a great many luxury cars. These seats are among the most comfortable. I'm honestly blown away with this interior. I'm having trouble kind of balancing it out. I feel like there should be something wrong with this interior to point out to my viewers so you guys know it's not perfect. But there's very little that I can find wrong with this interior. It is of the highest quality, plenty space. Visibility, okay, if I have to find one thing to insult the car about, which is difficult, visibility could be a little bit better out the front. Out the sides it's okay. Out the rear, it's abysmal. Even with that hatchback, the rear seats just come up too much. So visibility is going to come a little bit at a sacrifice, but when you compare it to all the other features in this car, the standard panoramic sunroof, the LED ambient interior lighting. Overall, it's just one of the best interiors I've ever seen in a luxury SUV for under $500,000. Alrighty guys, now it's time that we take the 2019 Audi Q8 out for a quick drive. And I do apologize that the camera angle is not absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, my GoPro has just been nothing but problems, so I actually have my DSLR set up on a tripod on the seat here. Fingers crossed it doesn't fall off while I'm driving. I guess we'll have to take it a little bit slow here. As soon as you turn the car on, the steering wheel lowers itself automatically, the seat moves forward, and then once you start driving, the seat belts automatically tension. All very, very nice features that help you get ready to drive, which we are now. So, let's go. That would be park. And there we go, that's the drive. So they've got an interesting setup there with the gear selector. Try and take it slowly so my camera doesn't just fall over on itself there. Not very secure. Right off the bat though, it's an easy car to drive. And there go the seatbelt tensioners, that's an odd feeling. Don't fall over. Sorry guys. Okay, we're gonna be driving one-handed for the rest of the review. Yeah, unfortunately there's not a lot of push in the car when you're lightly pressing the pedal, which is disappointing. But they probably want that in a luxury SUV. Obviously I'm more of a hardcore sporty guy, but luxury SUVs, you'd want something like that. Handling is super good. It does come with adaptive dampers, and on the higher trim levels you get four-wheel steering actually. So it feels super, super responsive, takes things super tight. It's a big car, but it does not feel like it driving around here. You can just whip it around. Give it a little gas here. Ooh, it picks up when you want it to. So far I've pretty much just given a review of the performance driving sport capabilities of, because that's what I do on my channel mostly. But as far as luxury aspects go, the suspension very, very smooth, and this isn't the smoothest tarmac in the world, and it's handling it like a champ. You probably don't want the accelerator to be too responsive in a luxury car, so I guess that's a plus as well. Overall, super quiet drive. I am very impressed, Audi. Good job with the new Q8. And I think it's time we wrap this review up. If you'd like to check out my reviews of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan or the Maserati Levante just to see how they compare with the Audi Q8, you can do so by clicking either of the cards right there. But again, I'd like to send a huge shout out and thank you to Crown Audi here in Clearwater. Unparalleled customer service. They've got a lot of great cars here. If you're in the Tampa, Florida area, definitely come by, check them out. Super grateful that they let me drive their Audi Q8. And again, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, comment your thoughts on this car down below, and go ahead and check out my channel because I've got a ton of exotic supercar, hype car, and luxury car reviews up. So remember to subscribe, and thanks for watching.